Hello students, welcome to Samveda e-learning program class 7 science. A warm welcome to you all to the science world. Chapter 8 winds, storms and cyclones. Okay students, are you ready to study about these winds, storms and cyclones? Okay, welcome. Learning points of session 1 of 3 is air exerts pressure, moving air is called wind, high speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure and air expands on heating. So, these are the learning points that we are going to discuss in this session. Students, we see different natural phenomenon. You know that this phenomenon occur naturally, sometimes make us very astonished to see. It makes us happy, sometimes it makes us fear of to see this phenomenon. But some phenomena are happy to see, but some are not. What is this? It's the lightning during rainy season. The same way, we see a beautiful rainbow during rain and also sunlight. When sunlight falls on the raindrops, we see a beautiful rainbow. It may be circular, it may be curved. It's one of the natural phenomenon which make us happy to see. In the same way, what is this? These are different types of seasons, maybe summer, winter, rainy, autumn. It's also natural phenomenon. It doesn't make any differences. It doesn't make any fear because it's quite natural and simple. A day and night is also a natural phenomenon, isn't it? Day and night. Students, some natural phenomena are happy to see and some are not. Some phenomena make us fear due to this adverse effect on life, land and animals. Can you identify the state which is marking red color? It is Orissa. Students, Orissa was hit by a cyclone with wind speed of 200 km per hour on 18th October 1999. As a drastic effect on Orissa. Keep in mind, this cyclone also natural phenomenon.
भाई बीएसएनएल टावर टा पूरा नाइट गला पड़ीगला रेकर्डिंग करछ पड़ीगला हां इस हमर रास्ता ब्लॉक हो गेला प्लस टाकी ना
Now, do you think this phenomenon happy to see? No, it creates fear. A cyclone, just imagine A cyclone with speed of 200 km per hour. How much adverse effect is going to happen on the Orissa state? The cyclone smashed over 45,000 houses, making 7 lakh people homeless. This was the adverse effect by a natural phenomenon called cyclone on Orissa. Can you imagine how they are suffering in that condition? Many people, they lost their home. They were waiting for a little bit amount of food for their survival. It's drastic conditions during cyclone. On 29th October, the same year, a second cyclone with wind speed of 260 km per hour hit Orissa again. See how much there is no time for Orissa to come to normal stage. The same year, again, it was hit by cyclone with wind speed of 260 km per hour. Then, it was accompanied by water waves about 9 meters high. Thousands of people lost their lives. Property with crores of rupees was destroyed. The cyclone affected agriculture, transport, communication and electricity supply. See how much a drastic effect on Orissa, which make people homeless. It affected agriculture, transport, etc., etc., etc. It affects on electricity. It affected on agriculture. It affects on homes, everything. Then, what are cyclones? What is cyclone? How they are formed? Why are they so destructive? So, in this chapter, we shall seek answer to some of these questions. What are cyclone? How are they formed? Why are they so destructive? Let us discuss the study about these cyclones. Okay, students? Before this chapter, we have some fun. So, we begin with some activities involving air. So, air is main thing which play a major role in cyclones. Let us do some activities involving air. These activities will clarify some basic features concerning a cyclone. It's a simple activities with low cost and no cost. You can do it in your home also. So, before begin, remember that the moving air is called the wind. The moving air is called the wind. Have you seen wind? You can't see wind, you can feel. Air starts to move fast, it creates that we call wind. First one, air exerts pressure. Air exerts pressure. You are seeing an animation where there is no door, but there is a air. A fox is trying to go inside the cave. Suddenly, it hit by the pressure of air. What it shows? It shows that air exerts pressure. Okay, let us do an activity. Take a soft plastic bottle, fill it with hot water, empty the bottle and immediately cap it tightly. Place the bottle under running water. So, I will do that experiment. We will see how to do, okay. Immediately close the cap. Okay. Now, see what happens here. It's going to suddenly the bottle changes shape. Recall now some of your experiences. When you fly a kite, does the wind coming from your back help or the wind coming from front will help you? Just think, when you fly a kite, does the wind coming from your back help or the wind coming from front will help you to fly a kite? Just think or try to fly a kite when you are free, will you? The same way, if you are in a boat, is it easier to row it if there is a wind coming from behind you? If you are in a boat, is it easier to row it if there is wind coming from behind you? Or Is it easier to row it if there is a wind coming in front of you? Behind? No. Do you find it difficult to ride a bicycle against the direction of the wind during rain season? There is a lot of wind force coming in front of you. Can you ride a bicycle against the wind so fast? It is impossible. So, you know that we have to fill air into the bicycle tube to keep it tight. Also, you know that bicycle tube overfilled with air may burst. See here, the air is playing a major role. If you go against the wind, you can't go fast, but air is necessary to ride a bicycle. Should fill the air, that bicycle tubes. And also, if the excess of air, if you are going to fill the bicycle, means the tire will burst. What is the air doing inside the tube? What is the air doing inside the tube? You are going to put pressure on the walls of the tire. So, discuss with your friends how the air in bicycle tubes keeps it in shape. Okay. All these experiences shows that the air exerts pressure. Air exerts pressure. Due to this pressure, that the leaves of trees, banners or flags flutter when the wind is blowing. So, wind is the main cause due for the fluttering of flags, leaves, everything. So, you come to an idea that air exerts pressure. Air is necessary for things which are going to do work like bicycles. And also, we come to know that limited amount of air will be constructive and the excess of air will be destructive. For example, if you blow air to the bicycles, it is in a normal stage, it will be okay. If you go on blowing the air, it will burst. In the same way, if you blow the air to the balloons, for some extent, it will become big. After that, it will burst. Let us now try to explain why the bottle gets distorted. Why the bottle gets distorted? As water is poured over the bottle, some steam in the can condenses into water, reducing the amount of air inside. Isn't it? The pressure of air inside the can decreases than the pressure exerted by the air from outside the bottle. Keep in mind, the pressure of air inside the can decreases than the pressure exerted by the air from outside the bottle. As a result, the bottle gets compressed. This is why the bottle gets compressed. This activity again confirms that air exerts pressure. Okay. Now, the next thing is, high speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. The next activity, okay. High speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. In the beginning, we come to know that air exerts pressure. Now, we are going to discuss about reduced air pressures will create high speed winds. So, okay, we will do an activity for this, okay. Crumple a small piece of paper into a ball of size smaller than the mouth of an empty bottle. Hold the empty bottle on its side and place the paper ball just inside the mouth. Okay, I will show you how to do that activity. Now, try to blow on the ball to force it into the bottle. Okay, let's start. Okay, what I show in the 3 points, I will do the same activity in front of you. Okay, ready? Oh, come. Take empty water bottle and a paper ball. Keep in mind, this ball should be less than the mouth of the water bottle. Now I am going to keep this paper ball at the mouth of the water bottle. Now I am going to blow the air. Now try the activities with bottles of different sizes. You will have a fun and ask your friends to do that. Okay, will you do? Okay. Challenge your friends if they can force the paper ball in by blowing into the bottle. Is it possible? Let's do it yourself. Again, I think you will do, no? Okay. Now the question is, why is it difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle? Why is it difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle? What is the reason? Okay. Next, before that explanation, we will do one more activity. It will help to understand easily. Okay. Blow the balloons. Blow the balloons. Okay. Let's start. For that, I will explain you how to do. Okay. Afterwards, I will show the video how I did that activity. Take 2 balloons of approximately equal size. Put a little water into the balloons. Blow up the balloons and tie each one to a string. Okay. Blow up the balloons and tie each one to a string. Hang the balloons 8 to 10 centimeter apart on a cycle spoke or a stick. Okay, students. So what I explained in 4 points, I will show that by doing the experiments my own. Okay. Blow in space between the balloons. What you see? Okay, what did you expect? Okay. So I will going to show you that activity in front of you. Okay, na? Dear students, I have 2 different color balloons. I tied 2 balloons to the stick. Now we will blow air in between the 2 balloons. See what will happen. Yes, the 2 balloons are coming together. Instead of going opposite side, they are going to attract with each other. Once more. Yes, they are going to attract between each other. Yes. So instead of repelling each other, when you blow air in between the 2 balloons, they are going to attract with each other. Okay, students, you can also do this activity. Is a nice fun for you. Okay. So what happens? So try different ways of blowing on the balloons to see what happens. Okay, we'll do one more activity. Can you blow and lift? This is another activity. It will be easy to understand how the air creates more pressure and less pressure. Okay. The nowadays activity is, can you blow and lift? Hold a strip paper 20 centimeter long and 3 centimeter wide between your thumb and forefinger. Now blow over the paper. Will the strip lifted up or down? Okay, students, will you do the activities? Okay, I will show you how to do that. You try to do in your home. Okay, let's come. So what do you think will happen to the paper? So let us understand the observations in activities 1, 2 and 3. Okay. The one is blowing the ball to the water bottle. Other thing is blowing air between the 2 balloons. The third activity is the blowing the air on the over the paper strips. Okay. By these activities, so what we understand, let us discuss. What observations along the lines you thought? Were the observations along the line you thought? Do you get the feeling that the increased wind speed is accompanied by a reduced air pressure? do you get the feeling that the increased wind speed is accompanied by a reduced air pressure? Students, when we blow into the mouth of the bottle, the air near the mouth has higher speed. Okay? This decreases the pressure there. The air pressure inside the bottle is higher than near the mouth. Okay, isn't it? The air pressure inside the bottle is higher than near the mouth. The air inside the bottle pushes the ball out. In activity 1, you saw that when you blew between the balloons, they move towards each other, isn't it? How could this happen? This could happen if the pressure of air between the balloons were somehow reduced. The pressure of air between the balloons were somehow reduced. The pressure outside the balloons would then push them towards each other. Okay? When you blow the air between the balloons, the pressure was reduced. At the same time, outside the balloons, there is high pressure, they push the balloons towards each other. So in activity 2, we saw that when you blew the paper strip, it went upwards. Again, this could happen if blowing over the paper reduced the air pressure above the strip. We see that the increased wind speed is indeed accompanied by reduced air pressure. You understand now? Students, can you imagine what would happen if high speed winds blew over the roof of buildings? They were left, no? If the roof were weak, they could be lifted and blown away. If you have such experience, share it with your friends. Normally, you can see these situations in village sites. Okay, ಹೆಂಚಿನ ಮನೆಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಹೆಂಚುಗಳು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹಾರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತವೆ. So it makes the air to go freely. Understand? If there is no wind, the air will push the roof easily and it will throw outside. Okay students, we discussed a lot of things regarding the cyclone, how it was affected on Orissa state, and also the causes for this cyclone, mainly the air. So we discussed it regarding the characteristics of air, how it is exerts pressure on different objects, like that. Now it is quiz time. Ready? Yes. The first question is, pressure will be exerted by dash. Obviously, air exerts pressure. Okay. Next question. Shall we go? Next question. The state where cyclone was hit in the year 1999 was? Which state? Yes, it is Orissa. We saw in the video how a lot of destruction was caused due to the cyclone effect on Orissa. Okay. Next question. We cannot push the paper ball inside the bottle even after blowing because. What is the reason? What is the reason? Yes, the reason is there is more pressure inside the bottle than at the mouth. I think you will also do that activities in your home now. Will you do? Okay. Now it is time for homework. I am going to give some questions to you. Let's answer and show it to your teacher. List some natural phenomenon. List some natural phenomenon. Water effects caused on Orissa during cyclone. Water effects caused on Orissa during cyclone. Why is it difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle even after blowing air? Why is it difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle even after blowing air? Last question. It is difficult to ride bicycle against the direction of wind. Why? It is difficult to ride bicycle against the direction of wind. Why? Student, in this session, the learning point we discussed are, number one is air around us exerts pressure, air expands on heating and contracts on cooling, moving air is called wind, and we also learned that some natural phenomena are destructive. These are the points we discussed in this session. What are the next points, next concepts which are going to learn next session are, in the next session, we are going to discuss on thunderstorms and cyclones, structure of a cyclone and destruction caused by cyclones. Okay, students, are ready? Now students, we discussed a lot of things by doing activities regarding the air pressure. So, reduce air pressures, create the wind, etc. The next class, we will do some more activities regarding this air pressure. Thank you. I am your Srinivasa KV, Assistant Master, GHS Kanamakalapalli, Bagipalli Taluku, Chikballapura District. Thank you.